Hello, hi everyone. I am here to do another live video of publishing tips. Every day I'm going to do a live video on another publishing small business tip or small business self-publishing tip is what I meant. This is a live, so I can't do a redo. So self-publishing tip for you every day that my book, When My Mom Had Cancer, is live at the Kickstarter. I'm so excited. I have a Kickstarter for my new children's book. This is just a mock-up version of the book, so this isn't the real thing, and I'm even still working on the cover, but this is my children's book, and it is live on Kickstarter, When My Mom Had Cancer, and I'm going to go ahead and give you the tip I have. Thank you so much for joining. Hi. I have, my hair is a little bit crazy today because it is super windy here in Phoenix, Arizona. It is super windy. It is not the most windy it ever gets because we have a lot of those Santa Ana winds that come through, and another type of wind, I completely forgot the name, but it's kind of like the mini hurricane force winds that come. I'm blanking on the name right now, but it can get so windy here in Phoenix, Arizona. So anyway, that's why my hair is a little bit messy and crazy. So hopefully you guys don't mind as I give you the tip for today. Hi, thank you so much for joining. So the small business tip. Oh, I keep saying small business. It's not small business. It is for self-publishing, a publishing tip. I don't know why I keep saying small business. So I talked about another tip that is, this is, you know, a hint to the tip in the very first video that is on my channel. And I did the live yesterday and I forgot to save it to my phone and upload it, but I will do that after this. And so then you can see what the second tip was. But for this next tip, I want to tell you that it is really important to, so all the kids are coming in. Oh man, they were all jumping outside and it was really quiet in here. I'm doing a live video. Oh, okay. Hopefully they can understand that I'm doing a live. So the self-publishing tip, I'm doing a live video, okay? Can you close the door for me?
I just want some kitty treats.
Okay, get them real quick. Okay. Hi, thank you so much for joining. The tip I have for you is to write down all of the transactions. So whether you want to do it in like a beautiful notebook, this is something I make and I have on my store here at TikTok shop, but whether you have a beautiful notebook or you like to use the Excel sheet, or you just like to write it down on a plain piece of paper, or you like to, I don't know, just save all your emails. I'm telling you, you really, really need to save all of your transactions and write them down. So, hi, thank you so much for joining. Hi, Susan. Hi, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. I have a children's book, When My Mom Had Cancer, and it is on Kickstarter right now. I have a Kickstarter campaign. I'm trying to raise the money for funding the first print run of that children's cancer book. So definitely go check it out when you have a moment. I'd love some support with that book. And so I'm going to do a self-publishing tip every day that the Kickstarter is live. So this one is all about writing down your transactions. Okay, so if you're self-publishing, what do I mean by writing down your transactions? I'm not talking at the moment about purchases. What I'm talking about is like payments. So if I have a contract with an artist to, like, say for example this children's book that has the Kickstarter, her name is Ekaterina and she's the illustrator for this book, and when I contacted her, we did the contract and we set out a payment schedule, and it wasn't exactly like the payment dates, but hi, thank you so much for joining. Hi, Alan. Hi, Tara. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. I would hate to get it wrong, but I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for joining. So when I made the contract with the illustrator, we set out all the payments. And when she did 3 pages or 3-page spreads, which would be like, for example, this, for example, is a 2-page spread. So there's 2 pages. So every 6 pages or 3 spreads, so 6 pages, I would pay her the next payment. And this was going on for a year. So for a whole year, I would make a payment every time she would get another set of 6 pictures created. And that went on for an entire year. And, you know, she took about 2 or 3 months to do all of the, you know, to finish the 6 pages each time. So it wasn't really fast. You know, we slowly took our time with this. And I think she did a beautiful job. And what happened was, just a little while ago, I finished the payments for the book, which is amazing. I'm so excited that we finally reached the point where all of the payments were made. But my problem is I did not write down the transactions. So I had been paying her when she was finished with the book pictures, but I wasn't recording them. So it was so frustrating to be at the very end and say, you know what? I don't even know if I paid her everything. What if I've overpaid my illustrator? This was really scary. Like, what if she's just continuing on and going on and going on and having me pay, and I'm just overpaying and I'm not even paying attention? So as a business person, that is a really bad idea. And as a self-publishing author, that is also a really bad idea, because you wear all the hats when you're a self-publisher. You do everything. You market it, you make it, you design it, you create it, you edit it, you know, you're the person in charge. And so you're also the accountant for your own book, and that includes making sure that you write down the transactions. So what happened was, to finish that story, I had to go through all the emails, and I had to check and cross-reference with my, what's the word? The contract. So I had to cross-reference it with the contract. And then I had to cross-reference it with the money transaction, because she doesn't live in the United States. So I had to make sure that the money transfers were correct, and just also checking with my bank account. So 4 places I had to check and cross-reference, and the emails too. So I guess 5 places I had to check to make sure that everything was correct, to help make sure that I was paying the correct amount and that everything was good. And guess what? She sent me a final email that said, you know, here's the last amount for the cover, and here's the price for the last couple little illustrations, and this is what you owe me for the last one. And then I checked and I cross-referenced everything, and guess what? I owed her almost another like $700 or $800. And so that amount included what was going to finish up the cost of the book, which was like the cover and the jacket cover design. Not design. I did the design, but the artwork. So she wasn't going to get all that she was paid if I didn't cross-reference everything. And you would think between 2 people, between her and I, that one of us would have things straight and put together, because, you know, this is something that both of us are kind of doing on the side. You know, it's a full-time business for me, but I'm just starting, so it's not, you know, this is not published and available yet, so I'm still working on it. But, you know, so I think of it as my full-time. I'm doing my small business full-time, but what I'm saying is that between the artist and myself, you'd think that we would have our acts together and make sure that everything was good, but it wasn't. So I'm so glad I caught that. So I sent her an email and I said, you know what, I actually owe you this other larger amount, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure is it okay that we include the cover and we include this picture? And I just detailed everything out and said, is this okay? And it should cover everything with the last final payment, and we were good to go. And everything worked out okay, but I lost pretty much an entire day. It was extremely stressful. It was really stressful because I was trying to hurry really fast, and I wanted to answer her, and I wanted to also give her the final payment. I didn't want her to think that all of a sudden I'm not going to pay her the final payment. That was a little scary, and so I wanted to make sure that everything was fine. So record your transactions. And it's not just with a children's book, because I am talking about self-publishing tips, because I keep holding up this book, but it's my new children's book, When My Mom Had Cancer. This is just the mock-up version of it. I don't have the sample book created yet, but this is just the mock-up. But I have a live Kickstarter for it. So my children's book is on Kickstarter right now. So I'm really excited. I'm trying to raise the funds to help pay for the first print run. And it is like it's a campaign, it's raising funds, but it's like I'm selling the book before I've made it, pre-sale, but you can't quite say it's pre-sale with Kickstarter. So, so I'm excited. So every day that the Kickstarter is live, I'm going to have a live self-publishing tip every day. So I've had 2 already, and this is my 3rd one. And I just want to tell you that I knew that it was really good to record your transactions, but sometimes, we say what we should do, but yet we don't follow our own advice. Do you guys ever do that? Well, thank you so much for joining. Hi, Dave. Hi, thank you so much for joining. Hi, Sandra. Thank you for joining on this live. So I've had another instance where I have been making a cancer calendar for children, and it's going to have fun little pieces to it, and a picture of it is actually going to go in the book. So that's going to be fun. So at the back of the book, it'll be in there along with some other stuff. And so it's going to be, so what I've been working on, is the cancer calendar. And I had another contract made with another artist. This artist lives in Canada. Her name is Chi, and she has made some beautiful artwork for me. And so I started to pay her, and I started to get into the same habit of not recording my transactions. Do you see a theme here? I did not record the transactions. And so when I went to do the last payment for this children's book, it really opened my eyes to say, I need to make sure that I am on track and keeping up with the payments and that everything is correct with the cancer calendar. So I went ahead and quickly just cross-referenced everything that I had with the few payments I had already started, and just made sure everything was written down. And one other tip is, with writing your transactions, don't forget to put who you're paying, the date of when you're paying it, and how much. And it's very helpful also to write down how much you have left to go. So keep a little tally as you go down the payments. That's helpful. And then the 5th thing though that you should really write down is how you made the payment. Because every artist, every designer, every person you contract with is going to want to be paid a different ways. So the person who did this liked wise money transfers. The person who does my calendar, she likes Venmo. And I've had another artist for another book I've been doing, and she liked PayPal. So it all just depends on what the person you're doing business with prefers. I didn't have a preference, so I said whatever they want, that's fine. So definitely put down whether it's an Excel sheet, whether it is just on a Word document, you write it down on a piece of paper, in a beautiful notebook. journal, you know, whatever it is, just write down your transactions. Yeah, that'd be really cool if you had like different color notebooks and you could have them like all lined up on your, I don't know, your desk or your bookshelf or wherever it is that you're keeping your business stuff, and have like all art stuff is in this one particular notebook, and then all graphic design stuff for my website is all on another one. So just have them different colors. That'd be really fun. But hopefully you can have some fun with it. But I'm just telling you as a small business tip. Oh, I keep saying small business. A self-publishing tip is to make sure you record all of your transactions. Record them. Just start from the beginning, and then you won't have any stress or headaches. You won't be wondering when the next payment is or how much do I still owe this person. It'll all just be recorded. So write down your transactions. I appreciate you being on the live with me. I am doing a live every day for every day that my children's book is on Kickstarter. When my mom had cancer, I am doing a live self-publishing tip for you. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will be on the live again tomorrow around the same time. Right now, a little bit before or after dinner, depending on where you live. And hopefully we can keep going. I have like 15 more of these tips to give you. So hold in tight. Wait, was that the word? Hang in there tight? Hang in there, and we will get all the tips in their video for you. Sorry, I'm just a goofball. I hope you can forgive me for just, this is a live, so nothing is ever edited, and this is really who I am. And, you know, I'm just talking about my book, talking about self-publishing. So, all right. Thank you guys so much. I will catch you, in the live again tomorrow. Okay? Bye, friends. Thank you.